Imagine this. You're standing on the shore during a storm. The waves are fierce, the sky dark, the wind unrelenting. You cannot stop the storm, but you can decide whether you stand firm or let fear sweep you away. This is the essence of Stoicism, controlling what you can and accepting what you cannot. Today, we'll journey deep into one of the most life-changing Stoic rules, a principle that has freed countless people from worry, stress, and endless frustration. By the end, you'll see the world differently, and perhaps you'll finally feel a sense of peace. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus, the freed slave turned philosopher, opened his Enchiridion, his handbook of Stoic wisdom, with one of the most powerful statements in philosophy. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. This single sentence is a map to life. What's up to us? Our opinions, our desires, our aversions, our choices, and the actions that follow. What's not up to us? Our body's health, the actions of others, the economy, fortune, weather, politics, death itself. If you live your life treating the uncontrollable as if it were yours to command, you'll live in misery. But if you focus on what is truly yours, your mind and your choices, you'll live with strength, no matter the storm. A story from Epictetus's life. Epictetus was born a slave. He had no control over his freedom, his position, or even his own body. In fact, his master once twisted his leg until it broke, leaving him permanently crippled. And yet, Epictetus didn't fall into despair. Instead, he remarked calmly, "You will break my leg, but you will not break my spirit." This moment is the living proof of Stoic teaching. Even when stripped of everything, status, health, power, he still had control over the most important thing, his attitude. And that, he argued, is where true freedom lies. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Why is that? Because we constantly try to control the uncontrollable. We want people to like us. We want every plan to succeed. We want the future to obey our expectations. But life doesn't work that way. Modern example: social media anxiety. Think about social media. You post something meaningful, but then, hours later, you're stressed. How many likes did it get? Did people comment? Did someone disagree? But are those things in your control? Number. You controlled the act of posting. You controlled the quality of your content. But the response? That belongs to the world. The Stoic solution: focus on creating with excellence, but let go of the outcome. Modern example: job interviews. Or imagine preparing for a job interview. You can research the company, practice your answers, dress appropriately, show up on time. But can you control the interviewer's mood, or whether another candidate already had an inside connection, or the final decision? Number. All you can do is prepare and perform. The result is not yours. This is why Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When we try to extend our control beyond what's truly ours, we drown in frustration. But when we pull back, focusing on our own actions and leaving the rest to fate, peace emerges. So how do we live this wisdom, not just admire it? Step 1. Daily reflection. Every morning, ask yourself, what is mine to control today? Your attitude at work, your effort in study, your kindness toward others, your response to difficulty, and just as important, remind yourself of what is not in your control. Whether it rains, whether traffic is heavy, whether people are rude, whether fortune favors you. By practicing this separation, You begin to train the mind to focus only on what is yours. Step 2. The pause before reaction. Let's say someone insults you. Your instinct might be anger, retaliation, or self-doubt. But Stoicism teaches you to pause and ask, is this in my control? The words of others? Number? Your reaction? Yes. So choose the response that preserves your peace. Maybe silence, maybe calm correction, but never blind anger. Step 3. Amor fati, love of fate. The Stoics went even further. They didn't just accept what they couldn't control, they loved it. Marcus Aurelius, a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Whatever fate gives you, turn it into fuel. Illness, a chance to practice patience. Failure, a chance to practice resilience. Insult, a chance to practice calm. This radical acceptance transforms suffering into strength. Story of James Stockdale. In the Vietnam War, Admiral James Stockdale, deeply influenced by Epictetus, was captured and held as a prisoner of war for over 7 years. He was tortured, starved, isolated. He had no control over his captors, but he remembered Epictetus's lesson. Some things are up to us, some things are not. He told himself, I cannot control whether they hurt me, but I can control whether I betray my values. I can control whether I keep my dignity. This mindset helped him survive years of captivity with his spirit unbroken. Story of Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, echoed the Stoics in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Frankl was stripped of everything, family, freedom, health, but he still had the freedom to choose how to respond. This is Stoicism in practice. So how can we apply this in daily modern life? In relationships. You can't control whether someone loves you back. You can control how much kindness and honesty you give. In work. You can't control the economy. You can control your skill, your discipline, and your willingness to learn. In health. You can't control whether you'll get sick in old age. You can control your diet, exercise, and mindset. In dreams and goals. You can't control timing or luck. You can control persistence, preparation, and courage. Close your eyes and imagine repeating this each morning. Today, I will meet challenges. Some will be mine to handle, some will not. I will give my best to what is mine, and I will release the rest. Say this daily, and you'll carry Stoic calm with you, no matter what storms arise. Peace is not found by conquering the world, but by conquering yourself. The Stoics remind us, focus on your mind, your actions, your choices. Leave the rest to fate. This is the path to true strength, to freedom, to serenity. This was Stoicism Today. If this teaching resonated with you, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing with someone who worries too much. And remember, control what you can, accept what you can't, and you'll live a life unshaken.